Alrighty. Hello, hello. And welcome. Hello everybody on Twitch. Hello everybody on YouTube. Sorry about that. I literally was on time and then I forgot that there were certain things that I had to change actually on my Streamlabs before I went live because I updated my my username on all my platforms, and I forgot to update that on Streamlabs. So when I went live just a little while ago, I had to undo that, fix everything, and now we're back. So now I am technically, even though I was on time, once again I am fashionably late starting, so apologies. I do know that I said for the rest of this year, I was, for the sake of my eyes, just gonna stream Friday through Sundays, but it doesn't happen often for me, but I did get a really good night's sleep. And I'm feeling really great today, and I was like, you know what, I really want to play some Pokemon, and I want to chat with you guys, so here I am. I think because I have a disability, right, that it's always going to be hard for me to stick to a schedule, so I really need to just bite the bullet with that I can't really ever guarantee a schedule to anybody because of my eyes, and I need to always leave that open because of that sake. So I can't ever guarantee a schedule that'll always be the same every week because sometimes I just get really sick and my eyes just aren't working, but when they're doing great and I'm able to, we'll roll with it. I have been working on doing this last research assignment, which is Living Hell. I managed to get to 413, but you do have to do a total of 1,000 battles to get the shiny charm, so I'm working on that. So while I'm working on that, I'm gonna chat with you guys while I'm working on it. We're just gonna bring good old Lucario because he's got those super fast, like, bullet punch and stuff moves that make it so easy to just rack up on stuff. And also too, when it comes to the ZA Royale, I do still need to reach a total of 15 matches, so this way I can get AZ's Floette. So until I reach the 15 and I can get AZ's Floette, once I do, I think what I'm going to do, just because it goes so much faster, it's a little more boring and tedious, but it'll also be easier for me to just chat with you guys, is probably once we hit 15 and I can unlock AZ's Floette, I'm just going to go to Restaurant Lana and we'll start grinding out the battles that way because it's just so much faster paced. But either way, I definitely, for now, while chatting with you guys, I want to definitely do the ZA because we do still need to unlock that 15 reward match wins. Welcome in, Bartholomew. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I was on time today, Matt, and then I forgot to change a setting since I updated my social media name, and then it made me fashionably late. But I tried. But thank you. Thank you to everybody that is tuning in. We're going to start very soon. It's just when I first start up my streams, I like to just chat for a second with you guys before we immediately dive in. Hey Sinister, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well. We're going to start very soon. We need to start grinding out these ZA Royales so I can get that Floette. Thank you also to everybody on Twitch that's tuning in at the moment. We're going to start very soon, just chit-chatting a bit at the beginning before we start. Hopefully you guys are enjoying my little chibi model of myself that I drew up of myself. In the future, I might animate her so her mouth like opens and closes when I'm talking, but for now, I'm kind of happy with it being still like that. I think it's cute enough. Sometimes I do use webcam, just not always. I kind of like having my little chibi me as backup when I just don't feel like being on the camera, but you guys can still at least get me in some capacity. But we will be starting very soon. Thank you for everybody that is tuning in on both Twitch and YouTube. I know we have to reach a total of 15 match wins in order to get Floette, so I'm almost there. And then I am not almost there with these these battles. I know I'm only at the part where it says 500, but after this it jumps to 1,000. So I have a ways to go. If you're watching through YouTube Shorts, obviously you don't see the full screen, but it is currently at 413 out of the 500 stage, and then the 500 turns to 1,000. Because they like to torture us. But, yeah, for both, even when I go to the restaurant, I've just been using my Lucario. When it comes to the ZA Royale, I really don't pick up the extra cards, just because it's not really necessary in terms of what I'm needing. But yeah. It's just easier to just go around. If you can hit at least 20 battles before it turns daytime, you get the multiplier for the money and just everything, so it's quicker to just go through it. I mean, if you're wanting to do the special matches faster, then the cards definitely help you, but they're not necessary. If you do 20 battles, it'll give you the 50,000 points, and then on top of it, that's 20 battles towards your 1,000 battle count, so... Welcome in, CJ. I take it from your emote, you're not a fan of this game? I'm enjoying it. I mean, anything Pokemon, I'm gonna love it, so... Hey Itachi, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. And welcome in, everybody. Yeah, the goal is to definitely get at least 20 battles every single time, which is definitely doable. I wanted to see how long it would take him to, like, activate, and it took him forever. Hopefully gameplay and my voice and everything sounds okay. That's one thing I have to do next round, is stock up on more potions for myself. That guy's not gonna turn around. Oh, he did. Thanks for the max potion, bro. Probably heading up on the roof I feel like will be best bet, because it's just a circle. Thank you so much for the follow, Sunkatsu. Sunkatsu? Sorry if I just butchered that. I think I just redeemed myself with your name, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch, I appreciate that, thank you. Welcome in. I did say it right? Okay, good. I'm known to mispronounce things up the ass, so... Thank you again for the follow, that means a lot. Just grinding out these damn... I want the shiny charm so bad, but that 1,000 battles is tough, man. So much. Just been using Lucario because he's like the quickest. I didn't mean to hit that. Was not trying to lock on to that, but that's okay. I only heard about it, I didn't look into it because I don't have the game, but I'm pretty sure there's a way to guarantee shinies. People were doing it. Yeah, I know in every Pokemon game I feel like there's always some like tricks and like methods to make it easier, and I know because Pokemon in this game are in like those different zone areas, there's certain ways. Like I saw a streamer, she was playing, and I don't know how she did it because she was live. But she had entered Area 20's Wild Zone, and literally she had it to where all the Pokemon were alphas, which is insane. I just really love, once I beat the story mode of any Pokemon game, I always love the end stuff of, you know, completing the Pokédex. I like collecting things, so... And then also completing everything, like doing all the side missions and, completing all these research tasks in terms of this game, so... I can't go up that. Are you, Sankatsu, are you planning on eventually getting this game, or not really interested in this one? Imagine how that would be kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie, to have a phone where you could just jump off of a building and imagine your phone catches you. I'm gonna have to heal Lucario again after this, or I can just switch him out. I definitely might get it, it does look fun. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's very... especially if battling when it comes to Pokemon is one of your favorite aspects, then I definitely think you'll have a lot of fun with it. For me, personally, like... I don't hate battling, but I'm more into Pokemon for, like, you know, again, the collecting. I know with, like, the mainline games, you know how you can, like, breed Pokemon, so I like, you know... breeding them to try to get shinies and all of those things, so battling isn't the most important aspect to me. But even that being said, even I've been enjoying the game a lot, and especially too, like, every generation has a new special mechanic to it to try to make it fresh, right? That Pokemon always does. And I've always personally thought that Mega Evolutions are the coolest mechanic that they did throughout all the generations, and the fact that those are back, I'm very much happy with that. That's a lot of trust placing into your phone. It definitely would be, and I'm sure there would be the risk of malfunctions. I think it's because deep down, I remember always wishing that I could do parkour because it just looks so dope. But I know damn well I'm not equipped to do that. And now that I'm a lot older, I'm definitely not equipped to do that anymore, so... I'm at that age where if I even thought about doing parkour, I could feel it in my bones. You see how quick that kid turned around? Smell us. I have chat filters off, and I don't know why. On my Streamlabs end, it's still filtering shit. Give me 1 second, because it says all the, and I know I've turned them off. Because it makes it So it makes it to where I can't see every word that you guys are typing to me. I don't know why it's doing that. Didn't even give me the option to... whatever. I'll have to fix that later. One of the things I'm most interested to see with this game is the... and it blurred out that word, and I don't know why it's doing that on my end. The hold in every Pokemon game. I really want to see how people play that. Oh, the tournaments, got you. Held in every Pokemon game. I really want to see people play that competitively, especially because of the unique battle mechanic. It will be really cool to see tournaments where people play as ZA because you can like free move the whole time. Sometimes my autocorrect puts periods way too close to another sentence. Yeah, autocorrect is known to be a dick. I think we can all agree to that. Should definitely be able to hit 20. Damn, Klefki avoided that shit. Sorry, Vaporeon. He's just offering a bonus card, which we really don't need. I still don't even have, like, a set team that I for sure want yet in this game. I've just kept the team that I have because they're the highest level. That's another thing I gotta also figure out how I want to do. Alpha size Hawlucha looks just so beautiful. My Delphox was charging in after that rosary. He said I'm a jumper. He didn't make it though, unfortunately, but... that was funny. He's like, let me at her. Alright though, like I said, as long as we hit the 20 quota each time, we're on the right track. And then what I do in between, because I want to find a shiny Dratini for my best friend because she's really been wanting one. I go to the spot that there's a good chance for them to spawn, And then I also always check out Area 20, just in case, because I'm wanting shinies of all the starters, so... One of the things I was planning on doing when I get the game is building a team fully of crocodiles and alligators. I like that. I am a huge fan of reptiles. Like, I love reptiles, dinosaurs, all of that, so... When you do get the game, I support that. I think that would be dope. I'm in the state of Florida, so we definitely have plenty of alligators. But I adore and love them very much, so I like that idea. I think that's cool. And so neither are shiny that time, but that is perfectly fine. You know what I forgot to do is I forgot to heal my squad first. When I eventually find an alpha Greninja, definitely gotta put it... I've been trying to put all my Pokemon instinctively just capturing everything in Ultra Balls now, because I just like the black and yellow aesthetic, and then this way it all matches depending on who I put on my team. You are a normal Chikorita, so I'm not gonna mess with you. You can stay in the wild. Only if I happen to run across a shiny or an alpha that I'm needing, then I'll grab it. Otherwise, these little dudes can stay in their habitat. I did already complete the Pokédex, so I don't need to... I'm not missing anybody. I'll just do my 3 laps around. And then if nothing, rinse and repeat for today. The way the light was hitting... The original starters are so hard to, like, tell. I do already have an Alpha Glaceon, I had to think for a second. Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander, because their shiny is so... It's not like a drastic difference that... Like, from a distance, I wouldn't be able to tell until the little shiny animation triggered. Because I know with, like, Charmander, he's only, like, slightly, like, a lighter colored orange. My most sought after shiny in this game is Lucario. No worries, nothing crazy that time. All is good, all is good. I did get enough points, right? Yeah, so we can go and head to fight our next opponent. Who we gonna get, chat? Who we gonna get? Oh, we gotta fight our friend Naveen. A battle seems like the most fitting way to show how grateful I am to you, don't you think? Bring it on, bruh. Oh, there you go, Sonkotsu. That would be one of your, one of the Pokemon on your team. I should take out Delphox. Make this go way faster. Croc boy. Delphox's Mega Evolution has made me love Delphox more, because I'm not a big fan of Delphox's normal design. Alright, Scrafty, let's wield your Mega Evolved power to the maximum. Bum, 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 bum. I really love Mega Scrafty. I think it's cute, and he has his little hoodie. I like him. Well, damn. One-shotted Delphox, RIP. After I just talked about how cool, I was like, Delphox's alpha is so cool, and then he got clapped. Since you won, I'll admit it. I'm really happy that we're both on Team MZ. Aw, thanks, Naveen. What a homie. And back on the grind again. Oh hey Jack, welcome in. It's nice to hear from you. Thank you for stopping by, I appreciate it. I've been doing good. I hope you've been doing well also. I see on Discord sometimes that you've been indulging in some Kingdom Hearts. Fingers crossed, Jack, before you have to go. Dude, I'm hoping so bad that when the Game Awards happen very shortly, and that they give us just a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 4. Our dry spell has been too long. But yeah, thank you for stopping by really quick. But they have left us to dry too long. At this point, we've been burnt in the sun. I'd even be happy if we saw just like a 10-second trailer. Just give us something. Something. Sunkotsu agrees with us too. Look at his dope ass emote where he's got the keyblade. I love that. Also, just in case, because I know how the world is, by the way, but when you're in my community and in this bubble, nobody get offended when I say dude. I say dude in certain terms as just terms of endearment, no matter what you are. So yeah, I just want to clarify that early on, and that's all I'll say in the matter. If I say dude, bros, broski, all of that stuff, it's out of love. It's out of love, you know what I mean? and your girl's an old ass millennial lord who can't speak. Exactly. Yeah, man. I really like that though, Sankotsu. That little emote is so cute. With the little keyblade, I like that. That makes me kind of wanna... When Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out and I stream, and whenever I use my little PNG tuber, I'll edit it to where she has a keyblade with her. I think that'll be pretty cool. I just want them to show a trailer and be like, listen, we're working on it. Right? Just give me 10 seconds of just... It can just show Sora's foot, and then Kingdom Hearts pops on the screen. Just something. Let me have a little taste. I've been streaming KH3 on Critical. Yeah, the fact that not only do I try to do variety streaming, but I also do variety content, it's just so much that, except late at night when I'm working on art, like I'll pop on YouTube videos in the background, like gameplays. But it's so hard for me to be able to like tune into like streams and stuff, but I can only imagine. Listen, when a game, I am the type of gamer, and I get it, watching this type of style of gaming is not for everybody. But, gameplay is not the most important aspect to me in video games. It is the visuals, you know, the art style, whatever, but the story is way more important to me than gameplay. And for some people, it's the opposite. For example, when I watch people play games, I love actually watching people that are the opposite, where gameplay is the most important, and they find ways to make the gameplay as hard as possible so it's super challenging for them. I love watching people that do that. But for me, the easier I can make the gameplay, hell yes. I can play on higher difficulties, but if I can make shit easier so I can enjoy the story faster, if a game offers me difficulty options, I'm putting it on easy. Smooth through that gameplay. But that's just my playstyle. But then again, like I said, when it comes to watching other people play, I always watch people that play complete opposite of me. I was gonna recommend a very hard game. Do you like dungeon crawlers? What's the name of it? The first thing that comes to my mind, I don't know if it's considered a dungeon crawler. Maybe it is. Educate me if it is. But the first thing I thought of, I don't know why, when you said a hard game dungeon. Oh, Darkest Dungeon? I don't know why my brain, I just thought of Silksong. Which, by the way, I played at my friend's house and we couldn't even We couldn't even get past the second boss. I was struggling. That game it reminds me of like From Software level difficulty games. Now, From Software games, I'm trash at, I'll admit. Those shits are too hard for me. I try though. And I know there are people out there that's like, oh, Elden Ring's easy as shit. It's hard for me, I'll admit it. I did beat the main Elden Ring game though. I don't really play a lot of From Software games, they're not my style. But, I played it because it's one of my best friend's favorite games, and I told her I would give it a fair chance and I would do my best. The DLC I never beat because the DLC kicked my ass. Silksong, I loved it, but could not beat the second boss. But I did love it, it's very pretty. Let's go ahead and go in this little nugget battle square. I've never heard of Darkest Dungeon though, Jack. I'll at least look it up. I can't make any promises, but I'm always down for game suggestions just to broaden my horizons. I can't guarantee that I'll play them, but I think it's very, as a content creator for me, just personally, I think it's very important to just play the games that I love and I want to play, and whoever's also happens to be into those games, we just come together and enjoy it. But that being said, I'm always open-minded and I'll always check out game suggestions, because who knows, someone might give me a slapper that even piques my interest, you know what I mean? But it's really nice having you tune in, Jack. We've all missed you. My phone is shot today. Welcome in, Coach. Welcome in. Better late than never. It's all good. I love that game. Silksong was very pretty. I was having a lot of fun. I was just getting my ass kicked. I came really close to beating the second boss though, but definitely a challenging game. You know what's stuck in my head every time I think of Silksong? That one character, and they're like, ay, 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 Mushado. Stuck in my head. I'll periodically be working on art at like 2 in the morning and just be like, ay, 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 ay. Code Vein is an anime Souls-like. Not saying play it, just the game is amazing. I watched my ex when that game came out. I bought it for them, and watched them play. Visually, I thought it was pretty dope. Who am I slapping? Wow, the fact that you're offering to slap and not whip out the Glock right away. You're feeling generous today, huh? I didn't get notifications. Knowing the internet, it probably acted up for some reason and didn't send out the notification. Kingdom Hearts openings have been sung a lot by me recently. I was listening to Passion and Sanctuary in the car yesterday on my way home after dropping my friend off. You know, one detail that I've always thought was really cool is, depending on how Utada Hikaru's haircut is, that's how they determine Kairi's hair design in all the Kingdom Hearts games. So like in KH1, the way her hair is styled, it's because at that time that's how Utada Hikaru had her hair. Same thing with 2 and 3. I thought that was a pretty cool, like, homage to her. That being said, though, I am still very disappointed in Nomura from a writing perspective that he really, I feel like, has neglected Kairi's character over the years, which makes me sad. Like, she almost just kind of feels like a damsel in distress placement, and I personally am not a fan of damsel in distress female characters. Like, that being said, sometimes in life we all need help and like saving and stuff. I'm not talking about that. That don't bother me. You know what I mean? You can be a strong-ass woman and still get rescued by a prince. That doesn't bother me. But like, she went and she did all that training, and it didn't really show. You know what I mean? I feel like they built her character up for her to just get kidnapped and stabbed. Like, I feel like out of all the trios, like, her character has been neglected the most. That's just my opinion, though. Okay, yeah, no clue. I just tapped some shit on my phone. No clue if it worked. Just as she was about to kick some ass, she died. Like, I feel like they tried to redeem her a little bit in the DLC, like the rhythm game, but it was a little better there, I guess. But just overall, because of the neglect, unfortunately, like Kairi, I wanted to be a character I really loved, but she's one of actually my least favorite. Maybe she'll have a big redemption in 4. I think they did stuff with her in Remind I still need to play. Overall, I just, unfortunately, like, the level of neglect, I feel like there's no coming back from it. She's a very, very unfortunately basic, not much to her character, sadly. Like, there's no reason for her to really train with Axel. Like... Oh, he's got his hands up in the air. We froze him just as he was about to do his thunder move, so his little nubs were up in the air. That was cute. Oh, poor Ampharos. That was adorable, though. Kinda looking forward to the new Devil May Cry Season 2. I enjoyed Season 1. I was told, even though I don't really watch anime that much anymore, I just haven't been into it like I used to, I was told that I should watch the anime, that it's pretty decent. Yeah, sorry y'all, I definitely talked way too much I was talking and not gaming at the same time, so I don't think we're gonna hit the 20, but that's okay. It's not like I'm gonna get the 1,000 battles this stream anyway, because that's impossible, but... fix the posture. Man. Damn it, I almost achieved Hunchback status, but then he caught on. Shit. I fixed it, I fixed it. I forgot to do the one thing I said that we needed to do, which was... grab more potions. Oh well. Did he bob and weave again? I'm trying to hit him with these so we can get that to make up for... I'm gonna miss out on some points trying to get this 15k card. So you have to do it 20 times? That's probably not gonna happen. I didn't realize it was a 20. I knew it, I was like, I probably should either heal him or move him, and I got greedy. R.I.P. Greninja. If I can at least get us to 10, then I'll be happy. Okay. Nightbot, we on same level now. Come at me, bitch. Oh shit. Nightbot's like, did you give the guy with a gun mod permissions? Yes. Listen, as I grow, I'm gonna need trustworthy people that got my back to help me out with that. So, because I'm sure as we grow and I get bigger, the trolls are gonna sniff out and pile in, and they're not welcome here. So. You gonna electrocute him with your Pikachu? Can you imagine? Pikachu, use kill a bitch! And then it's the Pikachu that you had with the giant, like, machine gun. Imagine if that was the name of a move, though. We just punched Gardevoir so hard in the face she insta-KO'd. Mikey. Well, we did that battle just in time. Why the fuck did it have to be 1,000 battles? Why couldn't have it just been the 500? I think I'm right outside the... Yep, might as well check. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. That's a big Dratini. If only it was shiny. Looks like it's staying out in the wild. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. You know what the dry spell for Kingdom Hearts 4 feels like? Imagine No Nut November, but not just for the month of November, but to be forced and have to do that for what? It's been 3 years now since we've gotten any KH4 news, something like that, 3 or 4 years of like dead silence. That's how painfully dry it is. So if the amount of people that are gonna bust a big one if we get some KH4 news for the Game Awards is gonna be huge. Just letting y'all know. Did you know every 5 minutes a Pikachu kills a bitch? You should write a little book like that, Coach, where you give interesting Pokemon facts like that that no one knows but needs to know. I'd buy that book. I don't know how Nintendo would feel about that book, but they can deal with it. Alright, guys, give me 1 second, because it says my eye drops were delivered to my front door, and it's not good for them to, like, just be out in the sun, so let me grab my package really quick. I will be right back. nobody panic, I'm back. Did you know most Lucarios have the power as well? Not surprised. Makes sense. Is there any Pokemon out there that can kill a bitch twice because that's how hard they hit? Roserade. I do already have those two alpha, so I'll just leave them be. I'm still mad that one day I was playing on my own and that alpha Charmander got away. Would not get in the damn Pokeball. Charizard Fire Fist. Makes sense. Obviously I know once I have the shiny charm, the odds of me running around will be so much better, but you never know. You know one area I kind of want to check each time too, because I might as well. Hello Alpha Big Boy. I have one of you already as well. I'm gonna check the location where Froakie always spawns, even though he's such a pain for me to catch sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna circle around one more time. Because he runs away. But just in case, you never know, it could be a shiny, it could be an alpha, it could be both. So I should start checking. Oh, I don't remember if I have one of you or not. Why does it always, when you restart the game? Oh, of course, now he's on the thing. Every time I reload in the game, it always puts it back to the Pokeball. I feel like I might have already had an alpha of Scrafty, but I don't remember if I did, so just in case. Alright, I do want to create... because these guys are my Pokédex. I want to keep everything nice and organized, so y'all go over here. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-da-dum. Can't wait to use Shiny Zygarde next year. I actually like Shiny Zygarde better than the normal colored one. They're both beautiful, but I like when he has the white color palette. It makes him really pop more. Swallowed that ginger ale way too hard just now. Pause. I always forget. Froakie, like, I love Greninja, but this Pokemon's such a pain in the ass to catch. Oh! Remember how I said there's always a chance it could be an alpha, it could be a shiny, it could be both? It's an alpha. The alpha Froakie doesn't run away, right? It fights you. Please tell me it doesn't instantly run away. Because we have an alpha Froakie right now. Which means... save just in case. So if I save before entering, it locks him in. Wemo, thank you for hopping in the chat and letting me know Alpha will challenge you. Okay, good. Thank you for being here, and thank you for letting me know that. I wasn't sure if he would still run. Oh, true. I can always reload. Yeah, because I want to at least have alphas of all the Pokemon. That's one of my endgame, like, just fun goals, is alphas of all the Pokemon that can Mega Evolve. And I don't have a Froakie yet, alpha, so... Come here, you bastard. Come on, bitch. Thank you. Oh, that just made my day. I am so happy I checked. Now, it'd be really nice to eventually get a shiny, because shiny Greninja looks sick as hell. But I'm happy to at least have gotten, finally, an Alpha Froakie. Which means, not right now, but eventually when I decide, like, fully what I want my team to be, my beautiful Greninja, who's been with me since the beginning of this game, eventually he will go into retirement, but for now he'll stay. But... we finally got one. So adorable. Alrighty, back at it. The slow burn and grind of trying to get this damn shiny charm. Day 1 Froakie. Day 1 Froakie. The charm's no easy task. Yeah, Wemo, I've completed all the other research things. It's just that battle one is the last one I need, and they really did not need to make it 1,000. 500's already a lot. 1,000's crazy. Automod shut up when I threatened with the Pika Glock. Yeah, Automod went into retirement. But that's more work on your end now, Coach, to make sure if anyone tries to start anything. Oh yeah, you need to turn your brain off for that one? Yeah, and Wemo, I'm not even close. Don't threaten me with a good time. Coach is like, hey. He puts out a message. This is a chat that loves trolls. Come on and join. Just so he can start hitting the spam, the banned button. Yeah, I'm not... See, I'm at 49. Almost there. I finished everything except for... And I'm only at 447. Not anywhere fucking close. Restaurant Lana is where you turn your brain off. Choose one Pokemon to sweep them all. Yeah, that's what I plan. I plan to do Restaurant Lana only after, because one thing I am missing that I haven't done yet is I still need to get AZ's Floette. See, she's missing here. I haven't gotten her yet. And I know you need to do 15 of the AZ Royale battles. So that's why right now I'm doing the AZ battles to also help towards the research goal. But once I have the Floette, I know it's going to be way more boring to watch on your guys' end, but I know the restaurant will be just a way, it's a boring process, but I feel like way quicker process for me, so. And I know my Lucario, because I've done a few laps of the restaurant, and Lucario just like sweeps them all for me. And thanks to Coach. Coach gave me, as you can see, Trainer Red. When I very first started this game, he gave me an Alpha Lucario, and this man's been on my squad ever since. He's not left the team. Yeah, Bullet Punch, that's the one that I use. What's its buff stat? How do I check that? Oh, is it just this? It's showing an up arrow for special defense for the one that you gave me. So much. It does show a down arrow for the speed, but oh, I see. HP is all sparkly. Does that mean that's the best HP that Lucario can have? Right? That means its HP IV is like perfect. Yeah, it's good. Increased health stat. Okay. Yeah, since you gave him to me, he's never left my team. And he's definitely been very helpful. Especially with the Bullet Punch, he just goes around punching people, knocking them out like One Punch Man. Did you hyper train him yet? No, I haven't. I'll definitely do some of that stuff once I know exactly like what squad I'm feeling to have as like my team. I definitely want to do that. That's his alpha buff stat? Ah, okay. Yeah, let's do this one again because the rooftop's so easy to just cycle around. His buff is his HP. Perfect health. Mad lucky. I wouldn't have him if it wasn't for you, so... Grab all the money. Imagine just walking around and just finding constant flow of change and just dollar bills and shit all over the place. I would make that my part-time job if that was the case and just go around collecting all the shiny shit off the floor. What are my thoughts on the new Lucario Mega? Don't get me wrong, I don't despise it or hate it. but it is definitely not anywhere close to being better than the one he already has. If anything, because now we have 3 Lucario designs, right? We have his regular, first Mega, and then Mega it's Z, right? Is what it's called. I think his first Mega is top tier number 1. His base form here I would give 2, and then the newest Mega I would give in the last slot. I'm not vibing with his hair. I do like his battle stance is cool, but... And they did, if you guys notice, it's not like a major difference, and maybe I just super nitpicky because I'm an artist myself, but his facial structure, I feel like, anyway from me, in my visuals, it looks like it's slightly different, and I think that's throwing me off too, but I'm not, you know what's throwing me off the most is I'm not a big fan of the hair. The hair, and I don't like the way the tip of his tail is shaped in the new one. I'm still gonna get it, obviously, because Lucario is one of my favorite Pokemon ever. But the hair is the part that is my least favorite. Yeah, it could have been better. You agree with the hair? Yeah. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. I mean, when me and my best friend Yeliz were talking about it, because that's her favorite Pokemon, is Lucario. We were saying that no matter what design they come up with, it's gonna be really hard to beat the first Mega design because it's so clean. And I know this is a statement that I know Coach is gonna disagree with me on. But in my opinion, I think Mega Lucario is the best Mega design of all the Mega Pokemon. So, for me wise, beating his first design, I already knew was going to be very tough, so... You're chatting shit now. You gotta rinse my mouth out with soap. Alright, why my third monitor? Come on, wake up. Thank you. Did you just slap a monitor? I could have sworn that my rest mode on my third monitor, which my third monitor is my all-in-one PC that I have just for... I have my editing software and certain things on it, but I also use it to see the YouTube chat, where in Streamlabs I have my you guys on Twitch up. And it decided that it got tired, but it's currently on its work shift, so I had to give it a little slap so it would wake up. I just gently tapped its mouse, and she woke back up. She'll be fine. That's not how monitors work. Ash, it ain't a touchscreen. Funny enough, my all-in-one PC that I use as my third monitor, she is touchscreen. She just needed to be woken up a little bit. She fell asleep on the job. Did you guys see spoilers? You mean with the Mega Lucario before he came out? I know I saw fan designs. I didn't see spoilers though, but I think for me, it's pretty easy for me most of the time to avoid spoilers. Just because, like, for example, I've never been a fan of Twitter. I just don't like using the app, or I know it's called X now. But I'm not on it, and I know on there I feel like there's a lot of spoiler stuff. I don't excessively go on socials either that much, except for obviously when having to do content, but I spend a lot of time off of them as well. All the Pokemon that are coming, oh, all of them that are coming in the DLC. I've seen a couple, but not all of them. I'm also the type of person too, like, there's way more things to focus my energy and stuff on, you know what I mean? That if I do see a spoiler, or someone accidentally, like, says a spoiler, or even if they don't say it accidentally, I'm not the type to, like, get mad and go on a rant. Or be like, how dare you? I'll be like, well, damn. Like, I'll feel a little disheartened, but I'll be like, well, it is what it is, I guess. Especially in this day and age, with social media and stuff, like, you know how hard it is sometimes to just avoid shit? I'm not gonna stress about it. If it happens, it happens. And nowadays, with how far the internet has grown and stuff, the amount of people that can hack into, like, game files and everything now is crazy. Because people, the human race, one thing that they are hard lacking on is, patience. I feel like no one has that anymore. Destiny is cool now. I got a lightsaber, kind of fun. I was forced to play it. Shooters are not my thing whatsoever, but I'm glad you're having fun with your saber. I will say, though, I'm also one of those people that, and I don't know your guys' opinions, but not everything can stay a spoiler forever. I feel like there's a time frame, and I get everybody has shit going on in their life, and sometimes you can't keep up with everything. For example, if something's been out for over a month, it's no longer in spoiler-free territory, in my opinion. Now, in terms of, like, streaming, right? Say if, like, today, when you guys came into my chat, if I made it known to you guys within our personal space, like, hey, it's my first time playing this game, so while we're here in this moment, just make sure you don't tell me personally anything, because I know I'm behind on the bandwagon, but you know what I mean? But universally, stuff cannot stay spoiler-free forever. I think that's very unfair, because the world doesn't revolve around any of us. And I feel like having that mindset is people having that attitude of, like, the world revolves around me, which it doesn't. Every day, we all know damn well, especially as we get older, the world definitely doesn't revolve around us, because the minute we're gone, it just keeps on going. So, after something, I would give leeway up to a month, because that's a decent time for anybody to get caught up on a show or play a game. Like, that, I feel like a decent enough time. After a month of something being out, if people want to freely talk about it and stuff, it's open territory for people to talk. Now again, in certain situations, like if you guys came in today, like for example, I'm also playing Tales of Cilia Remaster. Now, Tales of Cilia is an old game. I've played many of the Tales games, but I've never played that one. I never got a chance to, so it's my first time playing. I've let everybody know that. And within the context of just my stream, I just ask that no one mentions anything, and I feel like that's fair in the moment situations, you know what I mean? But universally, if someone came in brand new and they didn't know that I didn't play it before and they said something, again too, I'm not the type of person. I don't get angry easily. It's not gonna upset me, but I'll just be like, hey, I know I'm late as shit, but I'm just now starting. But yeah. So much. Come on, Halucha. Facts, understandable. Listen, again, like I said, I'm a girly born in 1994. A lot of my mindset... Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Certain things are not to be... I don't bring up. Not trying to bite myself in the ass, but yeah. The Tails game is literally just Donatello wants to smash. And he did, the last time we played, he did get his woman back. She came back from the grave. Which Pokemon are you aware that are coming to the DLC? I saw a screenshot of like a not that crystal clear of an image. I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of don't even remember who I saw in the image. Which is, I mean, that benefits me, right? Because I've already kind of forgot what I saw in the image, that now I'm good to go when the game comes out. But what I saw, it wasn't a video or anything, it was a screenshot of like a partial image of some of the Pokemon that it says are coming. Yeah, she's hot. You can't kill off the hot one. Is that the universal rule? Definitely wish I could have forgotten to. It's one of the benefits sometimes of me having an old lady brain. That's the universal rule in video games. You're never allowed to permanently kill off the hot one. The game has to have something to live for, I guess. You definitely called it, but also I was like, there's no way she stays gone forever, because that'd be crazy. We'll be playing more Tales of Cilia on Friday, but because with those type of games, because it's multiple parts, because it takes a while, because it's very story-driven, Tales of Cilia will be on YouTube only. Eventually, the goal, probably around April time of next year, I'll be able to pay for Streamlabs like premium, and then it'll allow me to actually stream horizontal on 2 platforms, because with the free Streamlabs, you can stream on 2 different platforms, but one has to be horizontal and one has to be vertical. Obviously my main platform is YouTube, so I always want to make sure that that's getting prioritized, but I personally, and it's a preference to me, but I like watching streams and even having my streams be horizontal. I just think it looks prettier for the audience. So I definitely want to be, I would love to always be able to be on main YouTube and Twitch, because like right now, for example, I'm on Twitch, and then we're also on YouTube, but YouTube Shorts live, which they are separated on like the YouTube side. But with streaming, I really just want to be able to be on, you know, main YouTube, but horizontal, and then Twitch at the same time all the time, but I just gotta pay for that premium for the year, which I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably get it around April time is the goal. What are my thoughts on Mewtwo? I've always thought he's a really cool Pokemon, but I definitely, when it comes to Pokemon, I tend to go after, like, the cute ones, or the ones that are very much based on, like, animals, right? Versus, like, it's probably why ghost types I'm not, like, super into too much, like with the possessed Pokemon. Mewtwo's definitely badass. Armored Mewtwo was sick as hell of a design. But I've always been Team Mew, because Mew's just so adorable. Like, I love Mew. Now, when it comes to Mega Mewtwo, I'm curious, are you guys a fan of X or Y for Mega? I like Y, because it reminds me of, like, the perfect fusion of Mewtwo and Mew. Better not be talking shit about my boy, he's like the best legendary. When it comes to legendaries, who would I say is my favorite? I'd probably have to give it to the legendary cats. And yes, I know for many years the community thought that they were dogs, but they're not. And if anybody for some reason still doesn't know that out there, Entei, Suicune, and Raikou are not dogs, they are cats. I'm sure there's at least one person out there that still believes they're dogs, but I hate to break it to you, they are not. I am a huge fan, but I know he's a mythical, right? Not a legendary, which is Zeraora. Zeraora is considered a mythical, right? I love that Zeraora and Lucario are two of my top favorite Pokemon, like, ever. I do like Mega Zeraora. The color palette, it's a pretty color palette, but it is kind of lame for me that the color palette is literally Luxray's color palette. It would have been cool if it was different color-wise, but it's still stunning. Shiny Zeraora is beautiful. Normal Zeraora, beautiful. I cannot wait to have Zeraora in this game. Next, you're gonna tell me the birds are fish. They are, though. Entei is inspired after, you know the Chinese lion statues? He's a mixture of that and no, he's a mixture of the Chinese, yeah, I forget exactly what they're called, but you know, in temples and things like that. And then Raikou is based off of, like, saber-tooth cats. And then Suicune is actually inspired from wild leopards because of the more, like, slick body and stuff that Suicune has. Rayquaza is my favorite legendary Pokemon, Mewtwo second. Maybe Giratina if I had to choose a legendary. Both forms. Mewtwo Y, though, I definitely really adore. Like, X is okay. Kind of not digging the lower half of his body, though, but, like, come on. Mega U2. What the? Apparently that's gonna be... That's the next legendary U2. I can't speak. Mega Mewtwo Y is just... Look at him. One of my favorite for the new Megas in this game is Drampaw's. I really love Drampaw. Like, I'm pretty sure I definitely want Drampaw on my team. I already know now when it comes to Charizard, most people really do like X, and I love the blue flame element of X. But I've actually always, and I know it's not anything drastic from his original design, right? But I don't know, I've just always digged Charizard Y. Oh, Wemo, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad to see that I set up my alerts correctly. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. But I mean, come on, look at that Mega Lucario design. Solid. I actually really dig Mega Metachamp too. Also, because I helped you evolve your Gengar coach, I think it's really cool that I'm able to see the shiny variant, because yours was shiny. Like, shiny Mega Gengar, so sick. So sick. Automod, I'll do that. I don't like them at all. Let's heal up the squad. Pikachu, use Mega Glock. Pikachu. Pikachu's voice gets deeper the bigger the Glock you give him. The chat will be full of Automod blood if you don't get one. It said on my settings that I turned off everything, so... At least all the stuff that makes it annoying anyway. That's enough for now. Sunkotsu gets kudos points for putting the best on the screen. Good old Ghostface. Literally my favorite horror killer. I'm so excited for the next movie. So excited. I don't usually go see movies like on release day just because it's so freaking overcrowded most of the time, but that'll be one movie that I see day one. I know, I just don't like him intentionally, and still don't. Ghostface. Nobody called the cops on me. I am looking at my phone while streaming. I know. That's dangerous, I know. Irresponsible. Alright. What type of cookie? That's the real question. Can't wait to see Darkrai's Mega Form. You know what I would have wished in terms of megas? That even if it was just one, I really wish they would have given at least one of the evolutions a mega form. If I had to choose, I would have chose Vaporeon because that's my favorite. But yeah, that's a normal Froakie, right? My blind ass. Shiny Froakie is really pale blue, right? Yeah, that's normal. And I guess while I'm here, we'll see if anybody's shiny. This is actually this was the area that I got my shiny, Metachamp. Eevee's lives matter. I know Coach's favorite is Espeon, but what's everybody else's favorite evolution? For me, it's an equal toss-up between Vaporeon and Leafeon, just because it's a very, like, earthy vibe with them. If it ain't Espeon, I don't care. When I was a really little kid, I liked Jolteon just because it reminded me of my dog. But yeah, Vaporeon and Leafeon are my favorite. And my least favorite is Glaceon. Umbreon's ears, nice. Shiny Umbreon is stunning. I love the blue and black, is really cool. Yours is Glaceon and Vaporeon. Damn, Weemo, I'm sorry. At least Vaporeon's in there. I can relate to the Vaporeon. I don't know, just visually, Glaceon is my least favorite. And you know what's crazy? When it comes to elements, Ice is my favorite. And that stems back to, I love Final Fantasy. And I remember as a little kid, seeing Shiva for the first time blew my mind. And she made me love Ice as an element. But, I don't know, visually... But I can say the same, as much as I love the color pink, like it's my favorite color, I don't care super too much for Sylveon's design either. Maybe because it's a little too, like, preppy girly looking for me. I will make you feel better though if I had to have either one of them though on my team, I'd rather have Glaceon than Sylveon. Can you imagine? I know you wouldn't, but Weemo's like, did this bitch just say she hates Glaceon? Unfollows. Give me that follow back. Hell no. Were you about to make that joke? Weemo's like, oh, nah, I gotta leave this community if that's how you feel. Uh-uh. I heard Glaceon's really good in ranked. Coach, you're supposed to... We're not supposed to tell them till they appear the second day, because then the contract, they're forever locked in for life. Coach is right, though. I hate to break it to you. Oh, that's right. Never mind. We changed the contract, didn't we? When I made you a mod. That's right. Yeah, there's a little tiny thing called a disclaimer. And we put it in literally one font. Look, Mega Chikorita. And so it's almost impossible to see with the naked eye. But it does say that once you've entered the chat, you can never leave. So... you are a forever warrior of light, unfortunately. Hate to bring it to you. Man, fuck you, Chikorita. I didn't want you anyway. Bastard. Just gave me PTSD to when I lost that Charizard. Oh, hey. Redemption? You better not also run from me or I'm gonna be pissed. Either one of you need to get in this damn ball. See, the crocodiles and the alligators behave. Much appreciated. Yeah, my middle name is actually Nintendo. I'm just kidding. That's why our contracts are so similar. Oh, you put it in the invisible ink? See, this is why I have you as a mod. That's smart. That's better than one font. I like what you did there. How crazy would that be, though? Because legally, you couldn't get in trouble because you do have fine print. It's there. But it's just the person has to use blacklight to see it. But for legal reasons, we did put it there. Clever. See, I'm building a community that's really going to get me far in life. Cooking? Right? Every other company... Oh no, if Nintendo is listening in, you know they're going to start using that now. I'm sure there are companies that already do that. I wouldn't be surprised if, like when we were kids and the first time we got our consoles, that we already signed our life away a long time ago and just didn't know it. Wouldn't surprise me. I am Nintendo. I am the Nintendo. I think I might have in the past when I was playing on my own actually already have an alpha Chikorita, so I might still be good to go, but I'll patent your home. Yeah, by watching this live stream, all your assets that you've worked really hard for, they all go to me. That'd be crazy. Let's be real, not once has anyone read the terms. I think if somebody told me that every time they play something, they literally read all of that text, I think that's actually a red flag. I don't know if I could trust someone who's read the terms. Like, can y'all agree with me with that? I think that's sus. Like, that sounds like someone who's a psychopath. Because some of the games that, especially nowadays with how big the freaking text shits have gotten, that's a lot of reading. For real, instantly a crazy person takes dedication. I don't know if I could trust someone who's read the terms. Imagine too, like a new person like walks in and they think it'll be like cool or get them some like extra points, and they're like, I once dedicated to reading all the terms and conditions, and it backfires on them. They're like, oh no, it's one of those. I'm sure though there is though at least one person on this planet, just one, who has done that. But that's still insane. We're getting close to the Floette. Who are we gonna get as our next opponent? Yvonne. Who the hell are you? Alright, Yvonne, what type of Pokemon you got? Let's get this over with. If you're in such a rush, why would you even join this competition? Go live your life then, man. Who needs to read? Right now you have to name your 4th child after us because first child would be too obvious. Damn, 4 children? Yikes. I mean, live your life, you do you, whatever makes you happy. That sounds like too much. But then again, 1 child sounds like too much to me, so... Even if Lucario is a bad typing against these Pokemon, he still stays. He's gonna destroy them all. I won't let you end this that quickly. Is this lady okay? When we started the battle, she's like, can you hurry the fuck up so we can get this over with? And now she's saying you're not gonna end it quickly. AKA, she's just angry that she's losing. Make up your mind, woman. Bipolar? Well, because she said to not end it quickly, I ended it quickly. I think I'll go take a lap around Lumiose to blow off some stress from this loss. Yeah, go do that, ma'am. Clear your head out, because clearly... and have a coffee. You'll be fine. I'll tell you what I realized the other day while looking through my Pokemon Violet box. I have every Ash Pikachu. Sick. The only time I ever had an Ash's Pikachu with like his hat, because they did that event in Pokemon Go 2, I remember, where they had the specialty Pikachus, and I got one back when I played that game. Which again, the fact that Pokemon made everybody in the world basically touch grass again when that game came out, that's an impressive accomplishment. Because I remember back just before that game came out, like I used to go outside because I bike rided religiously like a lot. Plus I was like super fit back then and younger, but the parks would be empty when I would be on my bike trails and stuff, and when that game came out, I was like, what are all these people doing outside? This is weird. This is strange. Loads of steps when it came out, no lie. That was peak. And they did that all so they could steal our location and GPS tracking. Social interaction be like. It was really fun though when you'd have to do the big raids and stuff and just squad up with a bunch of fellow Pokemon enjoyers and nerds and just have like a... There would be sometimes raids in the parks in the area I used to live, and like over 20 something plus people would all be like doing the raid at the same time. I'm like, this is insane. It was cool to see though. Like, I know I crack jokes and stuff, but it was impressive, like legitimately, that they got literally people from all over the world to touch grass. Bingo, all that data collected, imagine how much that was. They could probably take over the world with all the data they got. Hey, they get my data as long as I get my Charizard. That's the agreement. Makes sense. Can I just have a whole squad of Mega or Alpha Lucario? Actually, I'll do a squad, a mixture of just Lucario and Zeraora. That'll work. Because now there's technically 3 forms of Zeraora. Because if I do normal, shiny, and then Mega. And then we got 4 Lucarios, actually, so... we wouldn't be able to have every variant on the team. One would have to be off, but... You have the best Pokemon team ready? Is it just an entire 6 stack of Bidoofs? That'd be probably pretty OP. Magikarp times 5 and God times 1. You see, 6 would be too OP. Yeah, having Splash times 6, I don't think the world could handle that. Imagine if it was 6 Alpha Magikarps. Oh, they are Alphas, gotcha. I remember when you go into the wild zone area where you can run into, you know, Alpha Magikarp at the start of the game? I remember I was like, oh, that'll be an easy Alpha to get. And he Hydro pumped me out of existence. When I was first playing this game. He's lethal. Alpha Magikarp doesn't need a Glock, he has his Hydro. That is his Glock. The Hydro Glock. Hydro Glock 3000. Newest model. I did not mean to hit that. That worked. Oh, how nice of this guy. He knows how much I love coffee and he's giving us a free cup. Thanks, dude. Who's giving me a Coke? I'll spot you a Coke. Every one of my mods gets, can get up to 5 free Cokes a day. My nose needs a workout. Especially if you're getting 5 for free. Yeah, if you don't work it out, you're gonna get a nosebleed. Xerneas for me so came in clutch for getting Zygarde at the end. Made that fight really easy. Nice, lady. Thanks for the max revives. That man's character model looked very sleep deprived, just like me in real life. I feel you, dude. I saw someone going on about having a really bad addiction like Overwatch, and I was like, yeah, you should really try healthy addiction, like I mean, you'd be probably better off than having to deal with the toxicity of the Overwatch community, especially competitive, because I was once in it. I used to put in a lot of hours back in Overwatch 1. Come on, Zarnies. Mine was with Destiny. I knew someone in the past that would like spend quite a lot of time on that game every day. I could solo the hardest raid in the game. Do you like Garbodor? I feel like my answer is either gonna break your heart once again, or you're gonna agree with me. Pokemon concepts like Garbodor, I am not a fan of. I get that we're at like over 1,000 something Pokemon at this point, and sometimes they probably run out of ideas. But that's what Garbodor, on an artistic standpoint, feels like to me, is like I ran out of ideas Pokemon. In the same way that like Revavroom, like, you know, the Pokemon where like all it is, oh, this inanimate object got possessed by a ghost or spirit and became a Pokemon. I feel like they've overdone that a lot, but with the one that I will say I think is cool concept is with Honedge. Because he has a similar story, right? It's like a spirit within the sword. That's cool. But like Revavroom, like a car engine came to life one day, that doesn't scream a Pokemon to me. Yeah, one day my car engine said like he was sick of my shit and I'm overusing him, and he came to life and became my Pokemon companion. Yeah, that's dumb. Yeah, certain design choices and stuff but there have been poor design choices in every generation, I feel like. But it's gotten, the bad choices I feel like have grown as the generations have gone by, just because now there's just so many. Yeah, like one day I was fighting a Pokemon battle and then I committed a hit and run with the same Pokemon. crazy. I think one of the areas, though, as much as I love Pokemon, one of the areas where I feel like they need to majorly improve themselves upon is shinies, in terms of, like, color concept for shinies. Because there's a lot of shinies out there. Like, I question why they chose that color. And some shinies are super lazy. You know, and it came from Scarlet and Violet era, and it's a Pokemon I really fell in love with, that I even collect the cards of, is Armarouge and Charcadet. Ceruledge is really dope too, but between Ceruledge and Armarouge, I'm Team Armarouge. I think Armarouge is a bit cooler. But their shinies, the only thing that changes is their eye color goes from being the red flame to a blue flame. It is one of the laziest shiny designs I've ever seen, and it disappoints me because, if anything, if they want to go a lazy route sometimes, the simplest thing they could have done, and it would have looked so dope, imagine when they're shiny, Ceruledge and Armarouge just swap color palettes. That would have looked dope. But no, they just changed the eye color. Or for example, Coach, I don't know how you feel about Espeon's shiny, but why is she Shrek green? Or I love Leafeon, right? I adore Leafeon, and Leafeon shiny, the body color is just slightly different. I got reincarnated as a Pokemon engine. Why does that sound like the name of like an anime? Like that could be the name of an anime. Some shinies are lackluster. Yeah, like why did they make Mewtwo's tail green? That doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, Weemo, you're right. Machamp's shiny, I agree, ugly. Eevee has like maybe 2 good shinies. Espeon is not one of them. Yeah, I don't know why they made her green. I think Umbreon shiny is very pretty, even though Umbreon, I will say, is like, it's not lazy, but it's not anything super complex, right? They just changed the glowing parts, but it's pretty, right? Because it's black and blue. So it flows nice. And example, that didn't require a big palette change, but the slight palette change they did made sense, and it looks pretty. Some of these simple palette changes they do don't make sense, and it looks ugly. Like, I love the Pidgey line because I've loved that bird Pokemon since the beginning of time, obviously. I just think he's really cute. Shiny Pidgey's so ugly. It looks like someone puked on him. Leafeon should have been Autumn. Yeah, that would have been really pretty. And, I don't know. I wish sometimes, because they definitely could, by the way. But, again, we know that they're not. Not only would it help benefit their company, but it would also allow spotlight to so many artists that are so talented and deserve to be in the spotlight and get recognition. There's so much fan-made stuff when it comes to Pokemon, when it comes to concepts. They could literally, in order to use someone's, like, someone comes up with a shiny design, right? Or even a design for a Pokemon, right? Because we've seen plenty of people, I've seen plenty of they're called fake mons, where it's just concepts of new Pokemon that are, some of them I've seen are such cool concepts. Pokemon could literally hire them as a freelance artist, so this way both parties benefit. And then I feel like some of the creations that the fandom comes up with are way better than what whoever's coming up with stuff in the actual company. And I don't get why that, because on top of it too, a freelance fee, it would be way more affordable actually for them than like straight up hiring a person and having to constantly pay them, because they could just, and if it's someone small too, they could offer them a couple of $100 just to use the design, and that would make somebody who's just like an average Joe happy. Because it's like a commission fee, basically. If you showed me 2 pictures of Leafeon, one shiny and one not, I would not be able to point out the difference. Yeah, in shiny form, the, like, tan color parts of her body, I believe, is a slight bit darker, and that's it. And I think the leaves are a tad bit greener or some shit. Literally, hear me out, shiny Tyranitar, and make him black and blue. Blue back spikes, because he's based off of Godzilla. Like, I feel like like, so easily, even right now, we're talking about good color palettes that it blows my mind, like, is something wrong? Like, it's so easy to think of, like, making sense palettes, so why do y'all not sometimes? I don't understand their choices in shinies. Sometimes they're just terrible. And now, because we're all going on this rant, Pokemon is never gonna hire any of us because they're gonna get butthurt. Can't wait for Power World to come to Nintendo, can you imagine? If that ever did happen, that would blow my mind, but also wouldn't blow my mind because I'll definitely be long dead if they actually ever did that. I'm already old as it is. I feel like Power World's definitely a game I could have seen you getting into, because you got your Pokemon-like creatures and also guns. That's perfect for you. That is true, Coach. Technically has that, doesn't it? Enslaving poor little creatures for your benefit. You know what's a game that I kind of have been wanting to try because I think it would be hilarious for content's sake, but I know damn well I would get gamer rage, is Peak. But I don't know if y'all want to see that side of me because I'm a very loving person. I'm a very calm person most of the time. You know what I mean? But I feel like Peak would definitely bring out my gamer rage. Yeah, Peak is fun for the most part, but personally I think you would more enjoy getting a group of friends together and playing RV There Yet. That one looked really fun too. I watched, one of my favorite streamers is Queso. He's never gonna see this, and by no means am I paid to say this, but like, shout out to him, because I think he's such a down-to-earth, like, I just love his vibes so much. And I enjoyed very much watching him play with his, Sketch and, Jinxie. Like, when those three are doing content together, it's like the Three Stooges quality. That game does look really fun. I probably would enjoy that one more than Peak too, to be honest. Bum. Don't mind me again, y'all. Just, possibly looking at my phone again. It's very dangerous to look at your phone and stream. I don't recommend doing this type of behavior. I have a problem. Don't follow in my footsteps. He is mad funny and he rolls with the jokes people make too, which you have to respect, especially in this day and age. I just crashed into another stream. Did I break the timeline? I love his content. Like, especially, I love the fact, like, I love Stream and Run. I love horror games. And I love watching horror games. And the fact that he plays so many indie ones and stuff. Like, when I'm working on art, most of the time I have Queso, like, horror stream gameplay in the background. You're under arrest, I'm taking you down to the station. You'll never catch me. I'm tiny, so I can hide very easily. Fine, that's why I gave Pikachu a gun. He doesn't like bringing them back in working order. Pika, Pika, P. There's no way that works. I'm gonna have to fight it. Damn, Brennan just slapped me with his own shit. Pause. It sounded wrong. That would have been sick if it was a shiny. Oof. I had to catch it though because I need a alpha for that Pokemon. He's gonna Pikachu me. Well, it was nice knowing y'all while I could. Can I at least get taken down by buff Pikachu to really make it count? You see Froakie from the distance? He jumped and he's like, oh hell no, I'm out of here. This area is getting too lit. Oh, I get to get taken down by Buff Chew? Nice. I'll really go out with a bang. Oh look, it's your little buddy, Charmander. I do know I definitely already have Glade Alpha, so we're good there. Let me get a shiny Lucario, please. I believe the 10th is next Wednesday? Question mark, I think. Let me check. Yep, so we get the DLC exactly a week from today. More Pokemon goodness. I don't even think I'm fully ready for the DLC. The fact, again, that Pokemon now can go past level 100 is crazy. You're gonna need more than a level 100 Lucario. Now I'm gonna make the game hard mode, and Lucario has to stay at 100 while trying to kill a level 200. He's got this. Let's be fair, that level 200 would probably insta-KO me. Me with Charizard. I wanna be the very best. Bum, 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 bum. We're getting closer to Floette. Rintaro. He's really excited, isn't he? Let's go, guys! I'm gonna make Restaurant Lana into a 3-star restaurant. You wait and see. I believe in you, Rintaro. He's got this. He's gonna make it a 5-star. Little does he know. 3-star? Nah, selling himself short. Restaurant Lena is gonna be a Michelin star. It's the restaurant guy. I cooked him literally with fire. Poor dude. I ran right into that. Oh no, Greninja. Falcon Punch! Oh shit, it's Espeon. Goodbye, Espeon. Sorry. The sorrow of reaching the last course in a meal, the fear of being down to your last Pokemon. At least he has high spirits. I do, you know what? Rintaro is actually a G, because he has all his Pokemon at level 69. Come on, we have to give him some respect for that. His whole squad, I just noticed, was 69. I see you, Rintaro. The harmonious flavors of my Pokemon were so perfect, and yet... Why do I feel like low-key, when his Pokemon lose, he cooks them and eats them? He's a freak. Does he have a Lopunny? Oh no, does Rintaro have a Lopunny? Oh no. Alright, well we're 5 away from being able... He keeps his Vaporeon at home. Weemo, no! No, that's worse! That's worse than Lopunny. I remember in the past, every time I would mention that I like Vaporeon, someone would proceed to send me the whole paragraph about y'all already know what I'm talking about. And I'd be like, please stop. Don't do that to Vaporeon. Don't do that. Vaporeon deserves better. Been victimized. Call 1-800-Pokemon if you have suffered Vaporeon victimization. What's up, Mooch? My youngest cat just gave me the cutest look. He did a big stretch and now he's just staring at me. I know, because it's almost time for you to eat dinner. Soon. Soon. Why are you so cute? He has no clue how good he has it. Cats rule. That's another point for Weemo. I agree with you. I'm a big animal lover. I love all animals, but cats are peak. I have 3 of them, and if I had a bigger home, or in the future when I get my bigger house, nothing wrong with having a 4th, am I right? Gotta rescue them all. But I have 3 cats. My oldest cat, her name is Kiara Marie. So she's named after 2 of my favorite Disney animated movies. Lion King is my favorite Disney movie of all time. So that's where her first name comes from. And then Marie is from the Aristocats, which is my second favorite Disney movie. And she is, she's a Turkish Angora mix. I did rescue her from a shelter when she was just turned 2 months old, and she is now 11. So she's my spicy little old lady. Basically her story, because the shelter did have her full like backstory, is there was a lady who bred purebred Turkish Angoras, and if you're not familiar with that species of cat, definitely look them up. They're really pretty. They're like very lanky, all white cats, and a lot of times they're used for like the shows and stuff. And the lady's cat got out, and her cat went around town and was a hoe, and got knocked up by some street cat. And because at least the lady waited until they were old enough to not need, the mom's milk anymore. But as soon as they were weaned off of the mom, she took the kittens to the shelter because she didn't want them because they weren't pure-blooded. Kiara has been a blessing to me. She's been through a lot with me. So she's definitely gotten a little bit spicy in her old age, but I love her. My middle child, his name is Kovu O'Malley. I went with the same name concept if you guys can't tell. First name comes from the Lion King. Second is from the Aristocats. He's my chunky cat. I don't really know his backstory much. I rescued him also when he was 2 months old. Because that's the youngest that you can usually get them in the shelters, right? Because they still, most of the time, if they're able to, can be with mom, depending on the situation. He was in a foster home with his other siblings, so he was living it pretty bougie from a young age. He was in a very safe spot. He's all they know of in terms of what he is that he's part Maine Coon. So he's almost 30 pounds a cat, and that's just him being part Maine Coon, not full-blooded. So he's a big boy, but he's also my gentle giant out of all 3. And then I have my youngest. I also rescued him when he was really little. Kovu, by the way, is now 5 years old. And Kovu also has the dopest birthday because he was born in the foster home that he was in with his siblings. So like I said, like he was in a safe environment from the time he was born. But his birthday, you guys ready? Is April 20th, 2020. He is literally the poster child of Stoner Cat. And then my youngest, I wanted to go with a different change of name theme. And I love my desserts and especially Japanese snacks and stuff, so my youngest cat, and he just turned 3. His name is Mochi Binks. Mochi is one of my favorite Japanese desserts. Like, I could eat way more of those than I probably should in one sitting. And then the middle name Binks, actually, who can guess in the chat where that name comes from? It's a movie reference. Best birthday ever, right? April 20th, 2020. So yeah, I have 1 girl cat and 2 boys. Give the cat a zoot. I should draw a picture of Kovu with a zoot. That would be sick. It's literally his birthright. True. So normally with my live streams, for the sake of my eyeballs, right, because I don't have the healthiest eyes, unfortunately, I usually keep my live streams between 3 to 4 hours. I usually don't like to go past 4, just to be careful. We are about to reach the 3-hour mark, and I am starting to get hungry. I'm not gonna lie, it's almost 6:30 for me. So we're gonna play for another almost 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna do a couple of the restaurant battles to count towards our battle count. And then we'll end stream in about 10-ish minutes. Isn't that Rintaro? Yeah, it is, because he said he was in charge of Lena. But yeah, Binks, Mochi's middle name Binks comes from the black cat from Hocus Pocus movie. Which is one of the greatest movies of all time. Hocus Pocus. Right, Moch? Yeah, also all the cats are getting antsy because their dinner time is slowly approaching. Also, my headset just beeped at me, so that means it's gonna die. So perfect timing. Yeah, Mochi keeps like repositioning himself laying on the couch so he keeps staring at me. He's like, I know I'm a few minutes late. You guys are gonna eat as soon as 10 more minutes and you're good. You'll survive. Y'all get fed bougie. You'll be fine. Poor Lit Leo. Well, at least we're paying Rintaro for his Michelin star goal. Even though he's a freak. He's forcing you to pay so you can fight people. Man is a genius. Rintaro actually has an IQ of like 1,000. Or whatever, like 99999. He's the smartest in the whole Pokemon universe. I just noticed my third screen went to sleep, and now I feel bad. I hope nobody messaged me on YouTube. I am so sorry to the people on YouTube's end. My peripheral vision is not the greatest. And the way I had my screen angled, I did not realize that my third monitor, I turned off sleep mode, so I don't know why it's doing that. Peekaboo, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so sorry to replying to your comment late. I do apologize. Are you collecting them all, Ash? I have completed the Pokédex. I'm just working on, I'm trying to do the last research where you have to do 1,000 battles. Shout out to the cat. Tell the cat Peekaboo asked me how's it going. I like that. I'll definitely let them know. You're right, one can never have too many cats. I respect that, I respect that. Again, sorry for the late reply. I turned off rest mode for when I am live streaming so I can have my third monitor, and it's acting a fool today. This is why I slapped it earlier. Also, thank you, Coach, for getting rid of the bot. But thank you so much, Peekaboo, for being here. I do appreciate it. If you're still here and you haven't left. If you did leave, I don't blame you. I failed. Punch 'em might work better. Honestly, it's best to just do the battles through the Infinite ZA because you can do the reward matches and get some better prizes. This is true. I feel like it's a little more entertaining too than having to like keep doing this one over and over and over and over and over again. Of course, too, when my third monitor acts up is when somebody chats and then it makes me look like an ass. I can definitely see myself, though, getting more cats in the future. I'll let you handle that then, because I'm just not a violent person. Alright, before I end stream, let me go ahead, let's do our rounds. Alright, I am struggling at the moment. Alright, yeah, that's definitely blue, not pink. Let us continue. Imagine just before ending stream, we just found one shiny. Just one. That is definitely a normal. Alright, Coach, I'm giving you the ultimate challenge then. I need you to get me Alpha and Shiny of all the Pokemon that can Mega Evolve. I'm just kidding. If I ever made you or anyone do that task, that literally, like, I would have to pay you to do that, because that's a lot of work. I couldn't have you do that for free. I mean, if you want, I can help you get a bunch of shiny alphas. You are by no means in any ways obligated, but if you have extra shinies to give, I will gladly give them a good home. All day, every day. I'll take whichever ones you don't want, I'll take them. Or don't need. Hey, another big boy Scrafty. The fact that they're so big that their roar damages you is crazy. I know we already got one of these, but we'll still get them anyway, because why not? And of course he doesn't get in the ball, because why would he? Well, hey Nexus, thank you for being here again, I appreciate it. All my peeps. See, Nexus gets it though. He didn't complain about the contract. See, this is why I appreciate all of you though, because yeah. I'm happy to talk you through the process. The good old shiny hunting process. This Malamar really hates me for some reason. The Zone 20 Alpha method is nice. That's something that I want. Y'all gotta teach me how I do that, where they make every single Pokemon in Area 20 an Alpha. Because that's insane. That definitely, when I stream next, depending on how I'm feeling, tomorrow if I'm able to, I might play a bit more. But we do have to end stream there for today. I gotta feed the cats now because it is a little past their dinner time, and I also have to figure out dinner because I'm trying not to eat super late anymore because I'm your girl trying to get back in shape. But yeah, Wemo, next time I'm live too. If there's a I am open if anybody has shinies or alphas that they do not want and want to give me, I will gladly take them. But that'll be something else too that I will do next time when I'm live. If I'm able to go live again tomorrow, I definitely will. If you are not following me on Instagram and you do have an Instagram, I highly encourage you to go over and follow me on there. All my socials now are the same. Which is Sacred Ash XP for the @ but if you don't, that's fine. The only reason why I suggest my Instagram to people and to anybody new, just in general, that's where I post when I'm going live before anywhere else. But we have our Discord community. Discord, you have to be at least 18. If you are caught not at least 18. I do have my mods and myself. You will get banned from the Discord. It has to be at least 18. Just a rule and preference for me. I also, notify on there as well. But also too, whenever I do go live, even if you're not on anything else, it should notify you if all goes well when I do go live. But yeah. Sadly don't have an Instagram, no worries. I have a shitty spider. But next time I'm on, definitely if you want to show me and explain how I do the alpha thing for Area 20, that'd be dope, so this way I know how to do it even when I'm playing on my own. But yeah, we're gonna end it there, guys. Thank you so much for all the engagement, both here on Twitch and also YouTube. I do want to give a personal shout out again because I feel bad because my third monitor is being dumb. To Peekaboo. I'm sure they're gone by now because their comment wasn't read in time and I feel bad. But shout out to them over on YouTube and but also just in general shout out to YouTube as well. She's not a real Ash, she hates Pikachu. I'm Ash from a timeline where I have a Raichu. I'm just from a different timeline. different verse. But yeah, y'all. I appreciate today. Thank you for joining me on my Pokemon shenanigans and chatting with me. It's been a lot of fun. And remember, as always, there's only one of you. Your soul and energy is unique and beautiful. Time is the most precious gift you can give a person. The fact that you spent some of your time here today with me means the absolute world to me. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.